everybody, welcome to Hargis Technology. Today I'm going to teach you how to set up a VLAN on a pfSense firewall. So first things first, we will have to create the VLAN on the firewall. So you will log into your pfSense firewall, go to Assignments under Interfaces, click on VLANs, and as you can see I have a few VLANs already created. I'm going to create a new VLAN and it's going to be called tests, or it's going to be called, I'm going to create a new VLAN and we're going to call it lab for one of my lab environments. I will make this a VLAN 50. You can put whatever priority of the VLAN you want it to be. That's the priority that it's going to be used. 0 is more important than VLAN 1, and it goes all the way 0 to 7. Lab we'll just call it lab. I'll put a priority of 2. It's going to be on your LAN interface. Save it. So now we have a new VLAN created, which is going to be VLAN tag 50. So all the packets will have the VLAN tag of 50 for a network packet. Next we will go to interface assignments. We gotta assign this to an interface. We have this right here, VLAN 50, lab. We're going to add it, and now we have it's called option 07 for VLAN 50. To change the name of this one, we're going to edit it itself. So we're going to click on option 07. Here's the name. We're going to name it lab. We need to enable this interface so we can use it. We have to assign an IP address schema for this interface. So we're going to go to static IPv4. What IP schema do you want to give it? I have a 10 network, so I'm going to do 10.0.50.1. This is going to be my gateway for this VLAN. We've got to have a /24, so it's going to have 255 IPs, 10.0.50.0 all the way to 10.0.50.255. And we are going to save this. Apply, and it's now enabled. So now we properly have a VLAN 50 on my network. So the next thing we're going to want to do is set up a DHCP. What DHCP is it automatically assigns an IP address when something joins that specific VLAN network. If you don't have DHCP, you got to statically assign all your IP addresses. So we will go to services, DHCP server, and here we will pick on the new lab VLAN. We're going to enable DHCP on this VLAN. This is the current range schema, .1 to .254. We will start it at .1 or .2, .0.50.2. to start getting IP addresses. So the first computer or device on this network will get a .2 IP address. And I will bring it all the way up to 0.50.99. So once I hit 99, it will no longer hand out IP addresses, and I'll have to statically assign them. So if I want to start statically assigning IP addresses in this VLAN, I could start at .100 and it will not mess up anything with this DHCP scope. So now we will save it. So now we properly have DHCP and we have a VLAN created for this. To show a little bit about how and why this is important, I will show you this. So you have a network switch right here. This will be your network switch. You have a cable plugged into the network switch. It could be, say, an accounting department. You have another cable plugged into a network switch, HR department. My H is a little bit bad, but here, we'll go like this. If you do a scan or a ping on the network, anything in this accounting network can also be seen in the HR network. That is a very bad practice. You don't want users, or it could be even a normal user, just a normal user network. All your normal LAN users, they can see accounting traffic they can also see HR traffic, even though I showed them both backwards, but you get the deal. So why we want a VLAN, for example, would be, so we have our switch over here. With a VLAN, you could have, it's like having an isolated switch. So here goes VLAN 50, and then we could have another, so VLAN 50 could be all your HR computers. You could have a VLAN 10 over here. This could be all your accounting computers. Traffic does not go in between these two VLANs. So right here, traffic is not allowed. They cannot see each other. That's why VLANs are extremely important. If you have your firewall set up right, no traffic between different VLANs can see each other. Everything is isolated. So if one device were to get hacked or have something malicious on it, when they scan the network to see what else is on the network, they cannot see anything else, only what's on that specific VLAN. It's always good to have cameras isolated. A lot of people have printers isolated, accounting and HR departments isolated. Normally, one of the most important ones would be this right here. Guest Wi-Fi. When someone goes on your guest Wi-Fi, you do not want them to see your internal LAN traffic. This is one of the most important VLANs to have. Anyone on guest Wi-Fi not able to see anything else on the network. They can only see guest Wi-Fi traffic. And then you can have rules on here that the guest Wi-Fi, it can talk to the internet, but it cannot talk to the LAN, which would be all your other VLANs or anything else on the network. So next I'm going to show you how to do that. So now, since this new VLAN has been set up, we're going to have to create some rules on this VLAN. So on lab, currently we have nothing on it. So we're going to create the first rule. What we do want is we want the guest VLAN, which is lab subnets. We want it to be able to talk to your gateway on your firewall. So that's going to be lab address. So now we're allowing the lab anything on your VLAN to talk to the firewall. So then this is needed so it can get a DHCP address. And also the pfSense on most firewalls, they have a default deny at the bottom. This doesn't show it on here, but we can create it just so you can. The reason why you might want to create this just to show it on here is for login purposes, so you can see stuff's actually being blocked, or you can see packets being blocked in logs. The destination, anything, block it, or lab subnet, save. I need to put this at the bottom just to see. So a firewall rule is top down. First this firewall rule would be hit, then this one, and then the next one. So right now we have it. So anything at the bottom, this subnet cannot talk to anything else. Right now only this VLAN can talk to the firewall for DHCP. So now we're going to create another rule under this one. Actually here, let's save that. Apply, save. Apply, save. Let's create another firewall rule. We're going to allow traffic from the source labs VLAN, so VLAN 50. I created an alias on my firewall for private. So this is any .10, any LAN traffic is what this is going to be. And we're going to invert this, so this is going to say we are allowing traffic from the VLAN 50, which is lab, to the internet, and only the internet. It cannot talk to any LAN address. So now we're blocking all LAN addresses on this VLAN. So now this VLAN is properly isolated. We got to move this rule down, move this one to the bottom, move this one to here. Yep, okay, yep, this is right. So we're getting a DHCP address from the firewall. Here we go, now we got it. We are blocking all internet traffic to any public LAN address, which you can see right here. This is my alias. and then we are only allowing traffic to the internet. This means not allowed to those IP ranges. So now we're going to save this. Oh, we got it. I messed it up again. So put this at the bottom, put this at the top, save. There we go. So now it's blocking all LAN traffic. So if you wanted this VLAN to be able to talk to another VLAN, you have to create a rule in here saying, for example, this VLAN lab can talk to this VLAN server. And then you would save it. And now you can see you'd put it above this one, so it hits this first, and now they could talk to each other. That's how you would want to pinhole your VLANs as narrow as you can by IP address, by port, if you need something specific from a different VLAN, reaching a different VLAN. That's how you would properly do that. Now I'm going to show you my aliases quick. So on my firewall aliases, that's kind of what I just showed you before. I have this one alias. And these are my private IP schemas on this alias. This is how you do VLANs on a pfSense firewall. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments below. If you like this video, please like and subscribe. I'm going to show you more technical videos in the future. We'll see you all in the next video.